Okay, let's go ahead and finish lesson 95, practice set and start problems. And we'll start with this volume problem that we have. Let's see if I can choose a, there we go. Okay, divide the figure into a rectangular prism and triangular prism. Okay, do. All right, so it says this is a sketch of an outline of a building. The peak of the roof is at 16 feet, so that this is 6 because that's 10. What is the volume of the building? So we're going to find the volume of this part and then the volume of this part, and we're going to add them up. Now remember that volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. So to do the volume 1 is going to be equal to the area of a triangle times the height here is going to be 40 feet. Okay. And that's going to be 1/2. The base is 30. The height is 6 times 40. Let me get out my calculator. 6 times 40. And I get 3,600 for that, for this top one. And then V2 is actually just length times width times height. Length times width is the area of the base times the height. So we have 10 times 30 times 40, which is 1,200. And then I need to add them together to get the total. So 3,600 plus 1,200, which is going to be 4,800 feet cubed. All right. Find the total cost, including 6% sales tax. So 6% is 6 per 100, which is 0.06 as a decimal, of 2 tacos at $2.25 each, 2 fruit drinks at $1.20 each, and a salad at $1.30. So I have 2 times $2.25, 2 times $1.20, and then I have $1.30. We'll add that up. So 2 times $2.25 gives me $4.50. 2 times $1.20 is $2.40 plus $8.20. And then I'm going to have to multiply by 0.6 to get my tax. Or 0.06, I'm sorry. So my tax is, I get 0.492, but I can't pay 0.002 of tax. So we're going to round it to 0.49. So I have 820 as my total before tax plus 0.49, which is my tax, is going to give me my total. 8.69. This is my total. All right, there are 2 red, 3 white, and 4 blue. 2 red, 3 white, 4 blue. So I have 9 total. If Chad pulls 2 marbles from the bag, what is the probability one will be white and the other will be blue? So I'm going to assume that he pulls a marble out of the bag, but he doesn't return it. So the probability of white is 3/9, which is 1/3. And then when he does that, he's actually removing a marble. So that means that this is going to be 2 and this is going to be 8. So the probability of blue is going to be 4/8, which is 1/2. So the probability of white and blue is 1/3 times 1/2, which is 1/6. Now, B says, will the order affect the probability? So let's take a look at that. Let's pretend that he pulls the blue marble first. Okay, so that's going to be 4/9, right? And then probability of a white after that will be 3/8. So the probability of a blue first, then white, is 4/9 times 3/8, which is 12 over 72, which is 1/6. So the order does not matter. Okay, use the function rule to complete the table. So let's do that first. We have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1, and they want us to use 6. So 1/2 times 6 over 1 plus 1. This is 6 over 2 plus 1, which is 3, plus 1, which is 4. Okay. Y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1. 1/2 of 4 over 1 plus 1. So this is 4 over 2 plus 1, which is 2, plus 1, which is 3. Okay, and the last one, y is equal to 1/2 x plus 1, and we want to plug in -2. So I have -2 over 2 plus 1, which is -1 plus 1, which is 0. All right, so we did A, and then it says graph the function, so let's do that. 6, 4, so 6, 4, 4, 3, and -2, 0. Okay. And then it says, at what point does the graph intersect the y-axis? So the way that we know that it intersects the y-axis is when y is equal to, when x is equal to 0. Okay, so if I plug 0 into x, I get 1/2 times 0 plus 1, which means I get, this is 0, and this is 1. So at 0, 1, and if I could draw a line, it would be right there, so that checks out. So this is at 0, 1. All right, so these are our two-step problems. We don't have to check it, we just need to solve it. First thing we do is add or subtract. So right here we are adding 11, so we're going to have to do the opposite of that. My -5w comes down. This is equals 40, and then I divide. And I get w is equal to -8, keeping in mind that my first step is subtracting and my second step is dividing. Over here, since I'm subtracting 2, I'm going to have to do the opposite. This goes away, just like that goes away. 4/3 x is equal to 16. Now I'm going to have to multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so this and this is going to go away. X is equal to, and 4 goes into 16 4 times, so this is 12. Again, my first step is to add, my second step is to multiply by the reciprocal. Solve the inequality and graph its solution. So we're going to treat this as an equals-ish. We just did 2 problems like this, so the first thing we do is either add or subtract. Right now I'm adding. I want to get rid of that, so I'm going to do the opposite. This goes away, 0.9x. I'm just going to keep this like that. 3 minus 1.2 is 1.8. Divide, divide. That goes away, so I have x is less than or equal to 2. Oops, pushed a button. There we go. So we're at 2. Since it has the equal to sign, I'm going to fill that in, and then the arrow shows me that it's going to go this way. Oh, and that's it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post this. This is lesson 95. If you have any questions, let me know.